Mapeirons, Environment Accessibility Campaign, a new beginning for people with disabilities. Let's introduce ourselves. People with disabilities. Some of them cannot see, some cannot hear, a lot of them are in wheelchairs. Mapeirons is an organization of people with disabilities. Their goal is a society in which everyone is included and able to live full lives. However, the facts about environment accessibility in Latvia are harsh. Only 28% of buildings that were built or renovated using the aid from the EU funds are fully accessible. People with disabilities have limited access to over 80% of the newly built or refurbished buildings. A fundamental problem with our largely inaccessible environment is the fact that people in wheelchairs do not have the information about which public places are accessible, because even if the official information about a lot of objects might say that they are accessible, the reality might be different. The media and the public have mainly been focused on this very real problem, on the negative aspects surrounding accessibility. So the big question is, how to ensure that people with disabilities in Latvia have colorful lives and how to inspire them to live life at the fullest. The strategy. Instead of the usual naming and shaming the inaccessible Latvia, we decided that naming and faming might work better. So we based our strategy on 4 cornerstones. First, we wanted to increase the understanding and awareness of accessibility issues. Therefore, a serious and significant work and direct communication with entrepreneurs, municipality leaders, and opinion leaders was needed. Second, a reliable database that would reveal the actual accessibility situation in Latvia and that is available to everyone for free had to be created. Third, to bridge the gap between them and us. The audience to which accessibility issues relate had to be broadened, for instance, involving parents with children and strollers. Finally, in order to recognize and highlight the good examples in accessibility, we decided to fame those institutions that have made their environment accessible by symbolically awarding them with Mapeirons Wheel-Friendly Awards. The solution. Mapeirons, the first environment accessibility application in Latvia. The campaign's communication was divided into 3 phases. We organized a special event to announce the Mapeirons nationwide accessibility tour, explained accessibility parameters, and asked people to suggest places for inspection using the hashtag Mapeirons. Mapeirons environment accessibility experts and parents NGO Baby Room that unites moms with children and strollers inspected different objects throughout Latvia and met with stakeholders face-to-face for nearly 3 months, recognizing and naming the most accessible cities, regions, and objects. All objects that have been inspected in real life and all of the data gathered during the nationwide tour were integrated into the first reliable accessibility application in Latvia called Mapeirons. To recognize the most accessible places and objects, we created the Mapeirons Wheel-Friendly stickers. We handed them out to companies that ensure that their objects are accessible. The results. The campaign Mapeirons became the largest event of the decade for the Mapeirons organization. Over 200 Mapeirons members were engaged and empowered by changing their internal doubts to self-confidence and can-do attitude. During the campaign, over 22,000 objects were inspected nationwide. Direct communication and engagement with more than 3,000 business representatives and municipality decision makers was implemented. Almost 150 media publications were published in the national and regional media. Active and continuous social network communication was carried out. 1,111 objects were recognized as accessible or partially accessible, labeled with the wheel-friendly stickers and included in the application. More and more businesses are showing interest in receiving the wheel-friendly award sticker, and we are lucky to widen our network of accessibility ambassadors.